This is condensed footage 14. Now let's take a look at this video. Now in this video, you can clearly see that looks like a normal sock, but it's really not. The reason being is I walk there every day and it's never out of place. And this was around the same time, like I said, every single day I was recording. And all the weird things that were out of place all had a common theme, and that was they were trying to molest me, torture me, lie to me. They wanted me to think I was like a girl or a dog, and every single thing that was out of place had something in common with that. That's not normal, especially if you saw it happening right in front of you. I've been in Miami, and this wasn't like this before. And then all of a sudden it started happening, and the more I thought of it, the more it happened. I'm not the one going around these stores. I'm not that crazy where I'm going around the stores misplacing stuff.
And trans and all that stuff, they put socks on the ground and say bum equipment. I guess that's a weird name for socks anyways, but whatever. Weird stuff like that.
Like, they'll always do stuff like that, just hoping that I'll think of, like, sex. All of their strange subliminal messaging and reorganizing of the stores, misplacements and of items in stores, all have a very particular theme. Besides the little girls and the dogs and the kids and stuff like that, they want me to think of sex.
In there, it's like one of those rubber things.
Videos, like frames where they're all touching themselves and doing weird stuff. Trust me, this is just beginning to even scratch the surface of the evidence I got.
And Lucifer has a sexual connotation with everything. Where no matter what I would think, what anyone normal would think, they want me to think about weird stuff like that. That's normal. That just drops from, there, whatever. There's like, that just drops. There's a difference between, like, that might be there. There's a difference between this and the other stuff that I was seeing. Or always see. Like, even this, not as normal as you would think.
And the reason that's not normal is because I go there every day. And that's never ever like that. Nothing's ever misplaced there. Then all of a sudden, once I start noticing things being misplaced, all of a sudden things were misplaced all over the place, even gloves on the ground. It's not normal to find like 15 gloves in like 2 or 3 days. And then they stopped once I was recording it and collecting them because they're trying to insinuate that they're pedophiles or insinuate that I'm a pedophile or do something because they always try to make me feel however I make them feel. And then they're trying to make me think that I'm like their son. They're crazy. They're crazy, insane, delusional, crazy people. And evil.
That, more normal. I mean, I'm telling people here, if you're listening, what's normal, what isn't? For relief of arthritis and muscle pain. Now, hint is that, like I said, Lucifer is working with parts of the government that they are trying to pretend to be my dad or me or on my side, which they're not. And they're probably telling them, oh, he's in denial, he's delusional, he doesn't get the on his side. But no, it's not true. They're not on my side. Not in a million years. Like I say, they love putting stuff for me to see. And it's like little treats. You know, your cat leaves you something. I mean, who is it? I mean, if someone watches this, I wouldn't doubt if someone says, is it you doing it? Or you just come in the store and you record it? Like 2 cups here?
And I've explained before something to do with the number 2 I kept noticing that they were doing. And also, they have a thing with apples where, like, eating the apple, forbidden knowledge and stuff. They want me to think that I'm the apple. They want me to think about, like, I did something wrong or deal with the devil. They always try and insinuate strange, weird stuff that they're messaging. And I've noticed that, like, there's other stuff in future videos where they've done stuff with 2 cups and apples and apple juice and stuff like that. More to come. And then, like, 2 cups. They want something about, what's this?
And then apple cranberry. They're trying to drink my drink. And if you read the Bible, it talks about the winepress of God's wrath. And it talks about judgments being ripe like grapes and bowls. And it says, those who drink God's drink, the cup of his wrath will face fire and damnation forever. Not exactly word for word. And now, they're probably trying to make me with the 2 dogs earlier. I don't know if you saw the video, but about, this is like 20 minutes after that, where the guy had 2 dogs and 2 W's on his shirts, and he had a beard. They want me to think it's another Jesus. There's no other Jesus. And if anyone here can hear me, it's like, what do you mean? They look like Jesus? They have technology and stuff. It's like, oh, so shapeshifters can look like Jesus? What do you know? What a surprise. I'm shocked. It's whatever. Like, then I go here. I don't know if I should have to explain all that all the time. Crazy. Just walking around like this, fruit roll-ups, power. They probably want me to like the sign the other day where I was telling me.
There was a weird day where they put one of those power things differently. And then there was another power thing somewhere else that was placed differently. And they wanted me to think that they had the power, basically. But there's crazy. Like I said, they'd always do weird, strange little messaging stuff.
I said something with them. And power, they're trying to make me think they have power or something. And I came back as a me, and I happened to be right here next to power, not timing it out, trust me. And they only think that wanting power is like eating a poison strawberry or the apple, the forbidden apple. Telling God what to eat or not. That's ridiculous. Imagine telling God, you ate your own apple. I mean, God's the only one supposed to be with knowledge.
No, look at this. This was another day.
This one I had to move a little bit, but baby bib.
Now, imagine thinking that everyone around you wants you to be a baby girl or a dog, and you start seeing all of these subliminal messages everywhere. You have to watch this in order. I will make another condensed version of all this, trust me. But still, you have to believe me. Because this is the fate of humanity rests on the shoulders of people who can actually believe that this is real. Believe it or not.
And then next to Lance Toast G. It's by cheese and it's orange. And then it just doesn't finish the word. It's not cheese anyway.
And I was just talking about how like why they call it toast cheese if it looks like cheese crackers, but it's peanut butter. That one's not as important.
So
I thought that was a cool thing to bring up. And now let's look at this video. Now, right around the time I was talking a lot, I was even making videos about the Little Girl Dog series, where I was like, this is beginning to get insane. Then I'm in Burger King in the morning. Hold on, sorry. The morning of this video, there was a guy that worked at Burger King that started talking about little girls and little dogs and stuff, and I went up to him. And I said, "Oh, are you talking about the girl dog?" And he said, "Yes." And now this is the same day, believe it or not. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to concentrate so hard. Sorry if my speech ever gets messed up. Now, look at all this that's going on. Now, again, imagine trying to report on people who want you to be a little girl and a dog and all sorts of strange stuff and how they want you to feel however you make them feel. Now, watch this.
Hey, I'm a big dog fan. You guys are talking about dogs or something? Like a little dog?
Yeah. What kind of dog fan are you?
I like all dogs. I like little girl dogs.
We're talking about chihuahuas.
Oh, really? Chihuahuas?
Yeah, female chihuahuas.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, they're cool, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. They're the oldest living dogs around.
Yeah, right?
Now, this should be alarming you at this point. I mean, think about it. If you were paranoid of people wanting you to be a little girl or a dog, and then all of a sudden at Burger King, everyone that works there and goes there is talking about little girls and dogs, would that not creep you out? That wouldn't make you think anything crazy or scary or anything different? That wouldn't, like, alarm you? I mean, it would definitely alarm me. It alarmed me before. It's like it was happening in live action, where I was thinking paranoid. No, I wouldn't say paranoid. I was just reporting on this stuff, and the more stuff I started thinking about, the more it started happening in real life. I mean, it's like thinking about something and then seeing it happen right before your very own eyes. And now look at this. This was that morning.
Type of pug or something. And the people over there. Now, believe it or not, the people over there, or should I say people, were talking about a little girl dog, some type of pug or something, and it caught me off guard. I had my memory card out of the computer. I mean, they truly believe with all of the evidence that you guys have seen and that you guys think I'm schizophrenic and delusional, which I'm starting to understand why you guys would think that. And believe it or not, now they're talking about a girl that works here, so I go up, and then sounds schizophrenic. But either way, I mean, even if I misheard that, which I didn't, I'm pretty sure you could hear it on camera. My camera's usually pretty good. Yeah, I just asked them. Hey, you a dog fan? You're talking like a dog or something?
That's something I had dog in the car.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like a girl dog or something?
I don't even know. I didn't ask them.
Oh, I heard you say like girl or something. Girl dog.
Oh, no. That's what the dog is. That's all right.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so,
Now, if that doesn't creep you out, he really admitted that he was talking about dogs, little dogs, and I think he mentioned it was a male. So, and then he started talking about a female staff. And you should see what happened later on that day, at night. It's the same thing, someone talking about little girls and dogs.